GoAggie.com here with defensive line coach and special teams coordinator Kelly Scholten. Coach, today we're talking about the special teams units as a whole. We'll talk some individuals as well, but that unit, let's talk about the emphasis made on the third phase of the game, special teams. We always hear the offense, the defense in that third phase. And Coach, we've talked in the past about the importance of this phase of the game, and that comes down to you and your units. How important is that, obviously, and then how do you express that to the guys?
Tim, we take a lot of pride in our special teams here at Augustana. You know, it's one of the most important things. I like to think that we spend more time on special teams here at Augustana than a lot of other places in the country. You know, we dedicate at least 20 minutes of every practice to special teams, and we usually try to break those up between 2 a day. And then we also spend a lot of time meeting with our guys. So we film everything we do in practice. We come back, we watch it with them, and we take great pride in winning that aspect of our special teams, or of the game. Okay.
We're returning Lucas Wayman. Obviously, we've all seen what he can do. He set the school record for the longest field goal twice. How big of an impact does he make on those units, especially on those coverage teams? I mean, there's not a lot of teams that are returning kicks on you guys because they don't have that opportunity because he's putting it through the back of the end zone. How does it all start with Lucas, and how does he kind of set that tone?
You know, we ask Lucas to do a lot for us. You know, we ask him. Obviously, a touchback is great for us on a kickoff team. You know, that way they don't have the chance to return it. But you know, he does a lot. He does more than that. You know, we ask him to place a ball in certain spots, and he just does a great job of that. He's a great kid, works hard at his craft, and just a great kid to have on us, and just a great weapon for us. Not just on the kickoff team, but you know, anytime we get inside the 40-yard line on offense, he's a threat to put 3 points on the board for us. So very lucky to have him, and just a great kid to work with each and every day.
And with the kickoff coverage and the field goal conversions he's been able to do here has been outstanding. But that punting, you know, maybe hasn't had to been called on a lot here to punt the last couple of years with the way the offense can score and put up a lot of numbers. But you guys ranked very high nationally in the punt return coverage game, allowing just 3 yards of return. How big of an impact does that help your defensive unit, making sure those guys aren't starting out with good field position?
We certainly like it when he doesn't have to punt a lot. That means our offense is doing a great job in putting points on the board. But when we do have to punt, he's a guy that can change the field position. You know, he's a guy that can change that field position in a hurry and place that ball in certain spots, and allows our coverage team to cover that much better. So just, again, Tim, he's a great weapon for us, and he can place the ball where we need it placed, and just does a great job for us from that aspect.
Augustana ranks second in the country, averaging a little over 28 yards per kick return last year. Obviously, Justin Greenway was a big piece of that, averaged 35 yards per return, returned 3 kickoffs for touchdowns, an explosive return unit. Obviously, Justin has moved on and graduated. What has that position battle looked like here during fall camp? Who are you guys looking at to maybe step into those roles and start returning some kicks?
You know, we got about 4 or 5 guys that we've been taking a strong look at there. Avram Tynes, who's a quarterback for us, has done some return work for us back there. Travis Shepard, who ran track at Augie, has got real good speed. He's been working back there. He's also a wide receiver for us. Jordan Johnson, another kid that runs very well, plays defensive back for us, and Nate Eckerson. Those guys have been taking a majority of the reps back there, and they've done a great job. I mean, kickoff return, I mean, the returners obviously get a lot of the credit, but that those 10 other guys have a big part of it. You know, getting their blocks and staying on their blocks, creating those lanes, and all those guys got to do is really catch it and go. You know, so those other 10 guys are so important on that kickoff return team, and our returners will be the first one to tell you that.
You guys have a lot of individuals that are very important on the special teams units, but how do you guys take your starting players and make sure they have an important role on at least one special? I know that's kind of a philosophy you want your guys playing on special teams units. How does that help the whole philosophy and the units as a whole?
Once again, it goes back to the pride factor, the pride that we take in our special teams. You know, that's Coach AJ's instilled that upon our guys. I've tried to do the same thing. That's one phase of the game that we're not going to lose. You know, and our starters will play special teams. You know, our starting, guys on defense, our starters on offense, those guys will play either 1 or 2 special teams for us, because that is an important part of the game. And that's one phase that we will always try to win here at Augustana.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for the time, and best of luck here as fall camp winds down and we head into game week.
Appreciate it. Thank you.